that gave you the insight of what was happening at that time.
People were just getting shot in the side of the head and slumping to the ground.
I know, but Tarantino tends to do things to shock you. And this one is more like, this is what happened. We don't have to shock you. This is what's occurring.
Well, it was still stunningly brutal.
I don't think it was Tarantino version, though. People aren't going to get that. They're going to go, wow, that's amazing. But the fact that it actually happened and I never heard of it.
Pip, I'm more than happy to agree to disagree on this.
Did you notice Dev Patel, who was in...
Yeah, and he is my favourite Indian actor.
Can I just say... Well, he's actually from England.
He's my favourite English actor.
Can I say...
Jeez, you're an arsehole sometimes.
Can I just say he's incredibly talented?
He's very versatile, isn't he?
He is so versatile. He's been in slightly comedic stuff.
Yes.
He's been in really serious stuff. He's played so many different types of characters.
He is your go-to, isn't he?
He is so talented.
I first saw him in... what's the name of that film? It's one of my favourites.
The Marigold Hotel.
Yeah, I love them. There was two of them that came out and they were just exquisite. I loved them. I might put them up one day.
He's also in Lion, which I haven't seen, which I've been meaning to see. I should put that up.
What's he in?
Lion.
I
don't know what it's about. I've just seen him in it and gone, oh, I know him. He's fabulous. I haven't seen it yet.
All right, so your overall impressions of the film?
I actually thought every single person acting did a fabulous job. I thought the fact that you got to see how I'm going to say boys, but they're probably young men, the way they're feeling and what's happening to them was really insightful. And I thought it was shot so well. The fact that you get to see how they feel, what's happening in their heads.
How about the two Australians getting out of that cafe that had just been totally gunned down? That was tense, wasn't it?
Well, the fact that he jumped out of the window and broke his leg.
I know.
And his poor girlfriend.
Yeah. Look, it's a brutal film, but geez, it keeps you going.
It's brutal, but I think it's shot well that you understand where everyone is at.
Okay.
I actually think it's a film that people should see. I think it's shot well. Mm-hmm. I think it's really done tastefully. I mean, yes, it's violent.
Yes.
But it's done in a tasteful way that makes sense.
It's almost documentary style, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually a really good film.
And slightly underplayed. They weren't overplaying the violence. They were just showing it for what it was.
That's it. Where Tarantino tends to sort of...
He glorifies it.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is fine.
I just thought
you go into Tarantino and you go,
when the woman's quietly sitting there behind the counter trying to get the police on the phone sort of thing, and then the side of the head just explodes out and she just slumps to the ground. I'm sure it was, but like a lot of films will fiddle around with that, whereas this just went, there you go.
This is what happened. This is how it worked. But the thing is, there's no slow parts in this film.
No, not at all.
It was all done in a really well...
And it was
edited well. Everything worked well together. All the actors did a fabulous job.
Can I just say, when you watch this film, because it's so accurate as to what actually happened, don't look at people and make the assumption of somebody being really, really a nice person and therefore they'll get through this okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's realistic.
Yes, things actually happen. And so you can't necessarily barrack for someone to say, oh, that was a good person. I'm sure they'll be here. Oh, geez.
Well, it's funny because some movies that are based on true events, they take a hero and they glorify it.
Yes.
Where this...
No, that's right.
They've done it in a really nice way that makes you go, well, I am aware this is on true events.
And I think that's the Australian aspect of it, in that they're saying, this is what it is. Deal with it.
I haven't watched a lot of Indian...
No.
I don't know
I've watched a fair bit of Bollywood, and Bollywood is...
Yeah, I think they glorify... I've seen a couple of films, but they've all been glorified, sort of.
They do really... Oh, yeah, no, and when they do an action film, God damn it, you know it's an action film. It's just ridiculous,
I watched like a tragic Romeo-Juliet film,
no,
and
this
I was
is
like,
not, This is... Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Bollywood film. So just because it's set in India, this is not a Bollywood film. This is an Australian film that will smack you around the teeth.
It is a great film. I think people should watch it.
Okay.
No, I think Anthony...
I've answered my question about whether it's an Australian film. So it's lost half a mark now.
Oh, for crying out loud.
No. Well, I've come down and it really is an Australian film. It is. It's got that darkness to it.
Realism.
Whatever you want to call it.
It's not darkness, it's realism.
It's that let's string him up and give him 50 lashes.
But no, I really enjoyed this film. I feel bad because I put up a film that just made me go, oh, and you put up a film that made me go, oh gosh, that was a good film. Don't tell Paul.
But you can't help yourself with this because you thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did. It was violent, but not done in a way that made you go, oh, this is violent. It made you go, oh my gosh, these poor people.
It wasn't offensive in and of itself. It was offensive in what people were prepared to do.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Pip, regale me with your score, please.
I would give this 8 stars.
Not more than that?
Well, because I like films that make you feel really good. And this does give you a good feel, but I feel so bad for all these people that I'd probably only give it an 8 because it made me actually have to think, and I had to think about it and think about these poor people and about how would I react in this sort of situation. And when I have to self-evaluate, it's not as, so it's a great film. I think people should watch it. But so I just put it up as an 8.
Okay, and this is why I love having these conversations with you, because in my mind now I've come down on one side or the other of whether this is an Australian film. And it is, in its aspect and in the way it plays itself out. So, consequently, it loses half a mark.
I can't believe you do that. That just
is there any
blows my
subtitles,
mind.
Pip? Are there any subtitles in it?
Oh, yeah.
There is subtitles.
There are subtitles.
So
they get to English, but then all the guys who are basically shooting everyone are all they're all subtitles. That doesn't matter.
It's got subtitles.
There are subtitles. Yes.
So that's a full mark that it loses.
Oh, Paul.
So I'm going to give it a paltry 9.
Ooh. So you would have given it a 10
That's
if it wasn't had an Australian
involved.
involved.
That's exactly right.
And it didn't have subtitles.
I cannot floor it. It was that good. It was that good. What would you say was wrong with it? It was just saying, here is what happened. Enjoy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Not enjoy.
What did it try and do? And yes, it did it. I know, it's crackling terrible. And it did it. It did it. It did it with sublime ease. So there you go. It would have got a 10, but it's Australian and it's got subtitles. So there you go.
So that's 9 stars from Paul and 8 stars from me for Hotel Mumbai, and we think you should watch it.
So if you don't mind Australian films and you don't give a shit about subtitles, it's a 10. You see how you can see that? See how that works?
Anyway.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
So, Paul.
Yep.
Next week.
Yes.
And
you better tell me because I've forgotten what I've put up.
You put up Dr. Zhivago.
Yes, I did.
I can't believe you did that. Can I admit a truth?
Go for it.
I've never watched this.
Neither have I, but I know it's...
You've never watched this?
No, of course I haven't. It's too long and too boring.
How long does it go for?
3 weeks, I think.
Don't know. Is it like another 3-hour film?
We'll be flat out. You have to watch it tomorrow night because it's going to take you at least until Wednesday to get to the end of it.
I'm unemployed. I've got all the time
You've got all the time in the world. You'll be right.
So you put up Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah. It's Russian, and I think the person who wrote it...
Does it have subtitles?
It better.
I'm putting up The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, the 2013 version with Ben Stiller.
Now,
because Dan said this, who's the guy that I used to work with, has said this is a really good film.
An ex-friend.
An ex-colleague.
He said what about it?
He really liked this film. And I went, ooh, I've never thought about it or watched it or whatever.
So Dan put this up, really.
And my husband was watching that film, was it 1989? It had Liam Neeson and Swayze. What's his first name?
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. And
the guy who died of cancer. But thanks for bringing that up, and we've all moved on from that.
Anyway, it has a Ben Stiller in it. It's a very young Ben Stiller in it. And it just made me think of this film, and I thought, ooh, I should watch it. I probably should have watched it before I put it up, just in case it was rubbish, because I've been putting up a lot of rubbish lately. But
you have, haven't you?
Anyway.
2001 was all right. No.
You gave it a 9, yes, I know.
Look, it's one of those ones you have to get. You have to touch on it. You knew you were going to have to watch it. Just the same as you know you're going to have to watch Apocalypse Now.
I've watched Apocalypse Now. I've seen it. I do not need to see it again.
Other people need to know about it.
People, don't bother.
Oh, we are going to have such a ding-dong over that.
Anyway, so next week, it's Dr. Zhivago and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, the 2013 version with Ben Stiller.
The greatest movie of the 70s.
Dr. Zhivago?
No.
What?
Apocalypse Now.
Well, just stop talking about it. Don't put it up. We're not going to talk about it. We hope you've enjoyed listening to us. We're sorry. We promise we'll be more behaved next week. We'll get over ourselves.
Will we, though? Oh, what have I done? I've just hit a button.
What are you doing?
I'll get rid of it. It's fine. Bye.